G'day guys, what's cracking? To Aussie here again. So tonight I'm going to cook some of these things. They're called egglets. Now what you do is, I've done a video about this quite a while back. A lot of guys, you people who are new to my channel wouldn't have seen it probably, or haven't looked back that far. But these egglets, what you do is you unscrew them, crack an egg, put it inside, tighten it up, put it in the pot of water which is almost boiling. Jacob Sanders, how you going, mate? Nice to have you here again. Haven't got the boys with me tonight, they're out and about doing stuff, but I thought I'll just do a little bit of cooking on my own here. So I've got these egglets. So when I first used these things, I tried just cracking an egg inside it. Now why these are good, Mr. Beard, how you going, mate? Why these egglet things are good, that's a silicon egg mold, and it's got a top on it, so you screw it back on once you crack the egg in. But what I did the first time I used them, I cracked the egg, cooked them up, and the egg stuck inside. So then the second time I tried them, I used olive oil, to try and get them to slide out. Well, that's got a bit of water in it. And that didn't work either, they stuck a little bit. So then my last one was, I rubbed some butter in there, cracked the eggs in, and it worked. So I'll get them all ready and I'll chuck them in. Elizabeth Rickard. It is good to see them. I haven't used them for a while. They're actually a really good idea, because you all know, if you've tried cracking eggs and opening them up, like boiling eggs and then mucking around with them, these are a great idea. I'm going to cook all 6 of them. I've got 6 here, half a dozen, or use 6. So like I was just saying, I found putting a bit of butter on the inside works wonders, because they don't stick. They might look like a good idea and that they'd be great to use, but I'll tell you, if you just use them by themselves and don't put anything in there, they stick. And they're bloody hopeless then. So I'll just get all these ready. The water's boiled, so what I'll do is I'll whack them in. And the other good thing about them too is, once you put them in the water, you know, if an egg has a shell on it, you can't really tell, unless you're an expert egg cooker, whether it's cooked properly or how you want it. You might want it a little bit hard boiled, might want it soft boiled. I like them soft boiled. So you can always take them out, check them, take the lid off and have a look. So that's one good thing about these, I like them. And also, you don't have to shell them. I'm so happy I went live too. I actually did go out to Bathurst today, as I was talking about last week. And I did a little video out there, went around Mount Panorama, around the Bathurst 1000 track. Never done it before. Did a little Caesars video while I was out there. So I had a good day, but then it's a bit of a rush to do this. Hello Ellie. Yes, I'm having some healthy food for a change, because today I had a pepperoni pizza with so much cheese on it. It was unbelievable. It was a stuffed crust pizza with 3/4 of a metre of mozzarella in the crust. So I'm going to post that tomorrow. I've got it all ready to go. You guys can watch that tomorrow if you wish. And a little bit of footage of the racetrack afterwards. I'm sorry if I'm not looking at your comments at the moment, but I've got a bit greasy fingers here. A bit hard to do this and look, but I will get back to it. You had Domino's for dinner. I'll tell you what, I've got to tell you, I'm not really that hungry at the moment, but by the time I cook it all up, that could be a different story. Power from Port, how you going, mate? Michael Pan, hi. I actually tried to go live last Saturday, and I set a little bit of a timer, like 5-10 minutes before, and just before I was going to go live, this isn't the original burner, I threw it because I smashed it. I was mucking around with the thing, trying to get it going because it's been playing up a little bit, and the knob broke, and it was already on, and I couldn't turn it off. So I had to disconnect the gas bottle, and then when I did that, I thought I'll get some pliers and just for the live, and then I'll get another one later on. So anyway, I got the pliers and everything, I managed to do that, and then the gas bottle, the thing where it clips the gas bottle in, that jammed as well. So I didn't end up going live last Saturday. I tried, but it didn't happen. Anyway, I've got to think about what I'm doing here because I don't want eggs everywhere. I might put all this up here and then you can see what I'm up to. Get rid of that. And of course everything I've got here is from my favourite place, you know the one. Good old Aldi, even the eggs. Yeah, a knife would be good, crack the eggs. So I won't show you inside there because it's a bit hard to get in there and everything, but I'll pull them out every now and then and just check how they're going. Another thing I did once when I first did get these, I've had these for about 1.5 years now, is I put a little bit of bacon and cheese in there as well. But if you just want normal eggs, and the other thing too is you could scramble an egg in there, like mix it up and put a bit of, you know, chives and bacon, ham, whatever you like, bit of cheese, and then scramble it up, and then you have like a little scrambled egg too. So that's another idea. But I love these things because I really do not like shelling eggs when they're boiled. I love my eggs, but it puts me off doing that. And the only other thing is I've got to make sure I don't knock them over. You've got 3, 4 with the other one. I didn't grease that one. I'm going to cook the lot because Liam will be home later, my son. I'm not going to eat 6 eggs and all this salad and everything, but I'm sure he'll want something later on. He wants to go a bit healthy at the moment. I should do a bit more of it myself, which I'm doing tonight. So he can have a nice salad. And I am thinking that once I do these, I may cook a little bit of pork. I've got some here. I forget what sort of pork it is now, but it's a really nice one I got from Aldi. So I'm going to put the lids on these just in case they fall over. How are you, Alive at Home? I'm doing good. Hope you're good too. I'm just doing these egglet things. You might like to try. And then guys, if you want to get these things, I mean, they're probably pretty popular now. And I actually, when I bought them online about 1.5 years ago on a site called Top Hatter, which is a bit like Wish. I don't know if it's still going now because I haven't looked at it for a while. But, and then after I bought them, I got them, picked them up pretty cheap. But I saw they were in Big W here in Australia as well. So you don't just have to get them online, but that's how I got them. And I'm sure you can find them on eBay, Google them, whatever, you know, all that online stuff. If I do anything, I remember to grease that one because I missed it. I probably could have done with a different colour tablecloth with all this red, but anyway. Okay, last one. Where's that thing? Now while they're in there, I'll make up a salad. Where's the bloody knife? There it is. And another thing that's good about these too is, once they come out, you know, if you boil an egg and you take the shell off and all that, they're usually the shape of the egg. Now these are a bit like the shape of the egg, but they end up flat on the bottom. So you can actually stand them up too if you want to do some sort of like decorative thing with them in a salad or in something else. So here we go. I hope I didn't break any of them. And the other thing too is having the 6 of them, if I stuff the first one up, I'll just put them back in for a little bit longer. So, and I'll tell you, even if eggs are half cooked, I don't really mind, but if the first one's not cooked properly, then I'll whack them back in for a while. I'll leave them in there. Pump them up. Okay, we don't need any more eggs now. Get rid of them for now. Yeah, hi Danny, how are you? I actually found them on a, I don't know if you hear when I just said it, I found them on Wish, not Wish, Top Hatter a while ago, about a year and a half ago. But I've seen them now in the shops as well. But they're a great idea because if you like boiled eggs, it's really good because you don't have to shell them. And that to me is the worst part. I'm going to turn that down a little bit because they're bouncing around everywhere. It's just a little bit too boiling. Anyway, on to the salad. Yeah, it's not too bad to set up. It's a bit of an old place, but it's fine. I like cooking, so I can do a bit of cooking like this. Put all these over here. Got some cucumber, avocado. Got the mayonnaise for later if I want it. Got a spring onion, shallot, whatever you want to call it, tomato, a couple of capsicums, and some lettuce. All from my favourite place, my favourite shop. Yeah, it is good to not have to take the shell off. I'm useless at it usually, stuff it up all the time. And then the thing is with having the shell on it, so you don't actually know for sure how cooked it is inside. And it could be too soft or too hard. And I've got to tell you, I don't mind if they're a little bit runny, even if they are boiled eggs. But I really don't like overcooked eggs because they just, I find that they lose the taste of the egg, of the yolk and everything. I'll whack some of this together. I'm not going to make a really big salad. I got to tell you, if you weren't here earlier, I was saying I had a pizza today, a Little Caesars pizza, stuffed crust. It had that much bloody cheese on it, but I'm so full now. I am full. I'm just going to have a little bit of a salad. I won't eat all the eggs. My son will have the rest of them later. He's out at the moment. When he comes back, he can have some food. Have I ever been out of the country? No, I haven't actually. The furthest I've been is Perth. I've never really been someone who's been that interested in travelling. I'm quite happy to just hang around where I am. Do the avocado first. So I'll just have a quick check. I'll just show you, like, if you take one out, just give it a little bit of a shake, get all the water off. Put it over here. You just have to be careful because it's a little bit hot. And that's looking like I won't show you now, I'll show you when it's ready. It looks like it's about half cooked, it's going a bit white inside. Probably a good idea to make sure they're on tight or on properly, otherwise the water might get in there, in your eggs. So by the time I get this ready, we might be done. So guys, if you're interested at all, or if you watch the video I'm going to post tomorrow, and I definitely will post it, I've got it already. It's the one I did today. I didn't want to post it today because I'm doing the live, but I went out to Bathurst today, to Mount Panorama, about where they hold the V8 supercars, Bathurst 1000, and I did a little lap of the racetrack there. I've never done it before, even though I've been out to Bathurst quite a bit. I thought I'd do a little video of that. I did the video of Little Caesars pizza, and then I've added that to the end. So if anyone's interested tomorrow when they watch it, just keep watching and you'll see me doing a lap of Bathurst, but not very fast because it's actually a 60 zone when it's not race time. So there'll be a little bit of footage on the video tomorrow. I'll post it tomorrow afternoon if you're interested. And the pizza video, well, we're seeing pizza that I got. It's actually not a bad pizza. I was quite impressed, but it's something I've wanted to do for a few weeks and haven't been able to get around to it. Little Caesars pizza. It's a stuffed crust, crazy crust I call it. And it's a pepperoni one, and I'm pretty sure, well I am sure, that they have it in Little Caesars in America too. Little Caesars is just sort of starting off here. I know they've been around in America for years. And I've actually seen a couple of people in America reviewing this same pizza that I had today. That's partly why I wanted to do it. Because a lot of times when I do things here, it's sort of, not on purpose, but it might cater more for Australians. But this one, it'll be something that a lot of Americans would recognise, I'm sure. Where's the cheese? I'm staying off the cheese today because as I was just saying about that pizza I just had, it had, just in the crust, it had 3/4 of a metre of mozzarella cheese in the crust. And I did a little cheese pull that went about that long. And then there was the cheese on top. In the video I even said that it's better than, like the Domino's ones are supposed to be really cheesy, the New Yorker range, and they're really, the last couple I've had haven't been that great. The pizza I had today had more cheese than the bloody New Yorker range. And I'm full of cheese at the moment, so I'm keeping off the cheese. Gonna have something light and healthy. And I do like my tomato too. I gotta say though, there's a couple of times now out at Bathurst there is, and then a bit further out at Orange, there is Little Caesars in both areas, and then further down from me there is too, quite a way down. There's a few Little Caesars started up as well. I've got to say, they really do have a different sauce. It's a little bit tangy, a little bit spicy, and I quite like it. It's really good, and with the pepperoni it tasted great. One of these guys are tipped over. It's going to cook sideways. Oh, zombie and your mayonnaise. I don't know if I'm going to, I might put a bit of mayonnaise on it. I do like this. This is the healthy one. I love it. I've got it here. So, not quite there, but a bit better than last time I looked. Probably by the time I ever get this salad done, they'll be right. I'll put a bit of cucumber in there. Should be enough. I think though, I don't think I've ever had egg with mayonnaise, but I'm pretty sure that'll be a good combination. So once I get the eggs on there, I'm actually going to put a bit of mayonnaise on there. I got my beautiful Aldi mayonnaise there that I love. Okay, looking good. So seeing we got all these colours on there, I've got 2 capsicums here. I might just put the yellow one on. I'll keep the red one for pizzas or something. I've got a few pizza bases there. Not that I'm going to do a video about that, but just use the yellow one. Give it some different colours. So guys, my son, like if you watched the video last night, I know a few of the live last night, I know a few of you guys were here. I think he's going to be home soon, but he's not going to be able to get in the door because I've got stuff in the way. But I'm going to save doing videos with him and his mate, or the cats, until the weather gets warmer. The cats are out, he's gone, he's with his mate. But it's just not enough room here, and if we go outside, we've got plenty of room on the back deck. And the cats get involved too. There's our little salad. I'll show you a bit more when I get those eggs on there. Hi Pinky, how are you? Great to have you here. I'm glad you came along. I've been watching a few of your videos lately. So I don't know if you've ever seen these things before. They're called egglets, and you can make a soft or hard boiled egg or just boiled eggs without a shell. So you crack them and put them in there. I just got to be careful because it is a bit hot. It's still not right. It's getting close though. It's funny though, you know, if you, maybe it is because it's not with a shell. It does take longer this way. That water was boiled when I chucked it in. It does take longer, but I like the end result. I like the end result better. I think they're called egglets. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. It's been a while since I bought them. Yeah, egglets. So anyway, they're almost there. I'll just check a different one because see how that's going. I don't mind them a bit soft, but if you like them harder boiled, well, you just leave them a bit longer, of course. I like runny eggs. So that's inside. If you can see it, you can actually see the yolk. I'll try and get in the right light there. What I might do is, because this one looks pretty close, and if it's a bit runny, I don't mind too much. But I'm going to pop it out and see what happens. Actually, it's a bit hot, so I'll leave it like that. It's almost done if it's not, so I'll leave them a little bit longer, and then they will be right. They've all been in the same amount of time. I chucked them all in together, so they should come out the same. You like yours sunny side up. I actually like runny eggs too. Liam, if I make him eggs, he's not that mad on eggs, but he'll eat them. If I made him fried eggs, he actually likes them overdone. So here we go. Let's see what happens. There it goes, popping out. Get out. Still a bit bloody hot. There we go. Came out pretty clean. That's not too bad. So guys, if you do get these things, that's a little tip that I figured out the hard way. Don't put them straight in the eggs. Don't put oil. That sort of works, but not good enough. Butter, best thing. They pop right out. So, like I said, because they end up flat on the bottom, you can see that sort of sits up like that. And it doesn't, you can actually decorate with it too, I suppose, more because it's flat. What I might do is cut it in half and see how it looks. And then if I'm happy with that, I'll take the rest out. Yep. Oh, close. It's a bit runny, but still, like I said, I don't mind that. I might just turn them off and let them cook through. Oh, it is an art, and that's why I don't do it. And then trying to peel it is another art. Peeling them is horrible, especially if you haven't cooked them properly and they're too soft, and then you can't cook them. You know, if you've done eggs a lot, doing them boiled, if they don't turn out right, but you don't want to chuck them out, you want to eat them, you end up scooping them out of the shell with a spoon because if they're soft, and if they're too hard, they don't have any taste. Yes, peeling is the worst. So even though this takes a little bit longer to cook, you don't have to peel it. So it probably ends up saving you time, like ends up about the same because you don't have to peel it. And the other thing too is, as long as you don't crack the egg and no shell goes in there, you don't have any shell on the outside that you might have missed, because that's easy to do too. And then you have this crunch when you eat it. Just get the water out because it tends to go a little bit in the top part there. Let them cool down a little bit. And what I'll do is take the whole lot out and I'll put them on the plate, but I'm not going to eat them all. That one actually, I must have had the lid on properly in that. Look at that going in there. But as long as it's not in there, that's all that matters. We don't want the water in there. That's the worst of the lot. I probably didn't put that on properly. Didn't screw that lid on properly. Anyway, oh, it's still coming out. No, that's all right. That's all right. I'll leave them there. What I wanted to do, where's the other one? Oh, there is one in there tipped over. I thought there was. No, that's full of water. That's why they've got water in there. They actually tipped over. When I had it boiling too much, the bubbles knocked the things over. They're easy to fall over, so you don't want to have it going too hard. Look at that, all the water. but get it out, it's all right. I mean, that even happens when you have a shell. Sometimes it cracks and the water goes in there, so that's all right. At least I could get it out. So what I want to do here, actually I'll go that way, get rid of this. And get this out. Now, because my son's going to be home later, this isn't just for me to have dinner and have a chat and whatever. I'm also going to cook his dinner and my dinner together. So put that on. Get some butter. And I'm going to cook a couple of pieces of pork. And then I'm going to have some pork with it. Now, not long ago, a couple of weeks ago probably, I did a live where I cooked a meal with pork and mushroom and creamy sauce and all this and rice. I got that recipe from someone called Lady Likeables. She made it up herself and it actually was a beauty, had a bit of mustard in it. But because I don't eat pork all that often, or I haven't for a while, I went and got some pork from Aldi, which I don't normally buy. And I found this pork. I'll tell you what it is in a minute because I can never remember what name, like what type of pork. And I absolutely love it. So even when I haven't been making that recipe up, I do make it every now and then with onion and stuff. Where is the name? Pork loin steak. Pork loin steak. I love it. And even without anything with it, if you ate it on its own, it's got a really nice taste. So if you do eat meat, you're not a vegan, and you like pork, give this one a go, if you can find it. I'm not going to wait for that to get too hot because they're thick little pieces and I want them to cook through. So what I'll do is I'll have maybe just one with mine, and then my son can have a bit later on when he comes home. Dinner will be served, we'll be ready, and I won't have to cook anything tonight. I'll just make a bit more salad for him and we'll be right. I'm not putting anything on top of it, no seasoning, no anything. They just have such a great taste, these things. Pork loin steak, yeah, lawn steak. Well, it is actually a good steak, loin, so give it a go if you can find it. If you're here in Australia and you go to Aldi, you shop at Aldi, that's where I got it. It's a great cut, that one. You grew up in a pig farm where you would have tried all of this stuff, you would have loved it. And I suppose if they were slaughtering your own pigs, well, then it probably tastes even better than this stuff. But this isn't bad, I like it. So while I've been jabbering along and doing that, these guys should be ready to pop out. Hopefully there's not too much water in there. So here we go. I'll pop them all out, but I won't eat them all. I'll keep half of them for my son. Another one. They do look like they're not very big eggs, but the thing is this is probably wider than an egg, so it comes out fatter. And I've got to say, don't you love it when a plan comes together? You wonder if this is going to work out when you go live, and if it doesn't work, even though I know it's fun to watch fails and all that sort of stuff too, it's always good when something works out as well. So this should be a nice little meal. I do love my boiled eggs, and even though I've had these for a year and a half, I've hardly ever used them. So I thought why not cook them with you guys and have a nice little egg salad. I'll just chuck all them in the sink so we have more room, or I have more room. Thanks, Pinky. I don't say it myself because the last time I said that, I got all these thumbs down. I try to just not say it. If someone else says it, that's fine, thanks. I find that too, saying that. I go into people's streams and I just forget all about it until I see someone make a comment like that. Because, you know, we all know that that's part of why we do a live, so we can get some thumbs up and share it out. But in the end, as long as you're having fun, that's all that matters. And I'm enjoying this. And like I said, the plans come together. So remember, if you didn't hear what I said earlier, if you do get these things, because they're a great little idea, they're not hard to find if you look them up online or whatever, put butter in them. Line them with butter, even with your finger like I just did. That's the best way. You can see how they just popped out. And the other thing too is, if they just pop out like that and there's hardly anything left in there, there's nothing much really, they're easy to clean. They're very hard to clean if they're full of egg and it doesn't work out properly. So, I'll chuck an egg over here. And I'll chuck an egg over here. Free weekend, yes, so it's my weekend at the moment too, and I'm actually taking some holidays in a couple of weeks. I'm having a month off, or 4 weeks, a month, and I'm planning on trying to do quite a few lives over that time. Probably a bit of half and half videos, half lives. Now I tell you what, I reckon I should have taken them out when I cooked that one, like when that one was ready. But that's not too bad. It's not hard boiled like a gone grey like they do around the edge. It's just right. If you want something in between, that was just right. But the good thing is, like I said, and I showed you, you can open them up and have a look, which is good. So I'll have I might have 4 of these because I know Liam's not a big egg person, my son. And I'll keep the other 2 for him, and then he can have some steak later. So that should be pretty good. They're looking good. I do prefer the first one like that. I should have probably just taken them all out. But it's okay. I'll take those 2 out. Just put them over there. That's not going to work. Just so it doesn't get too smoky in here, because if you watch any of my other lives, I always forget to disconnect the smoke alarm, which is further down in the room, and the windows and doors aren't open, and you might get off. But I'll cook it slow, see what happens. I'm not in any big hurry. So before I do anything else, I'll just show you them. I reckon that looks pretty good. After what's that top one, I won't tip it too much because it looks like it's going to fall off. So that's the egglets. They come up pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. Pork's cooking along nicely. Actually, when I took long service leave not long ago, that was actually my 4 weeks of holidays for the year. It's all come up together. So I've actually still got 8 weeks. I haven't touched the long service yet. So this is what I'll be taking now, the long service. And then I'll still have 4 weeks, and then next year, if I'm still there, which I probably will be, I'll have another 4 weeks come up as holidays, and I'll have another 8 weeks or 9 weeks. I don't know what it will be yet. But I need to take that 4 weeks off because I want to make a heap of YouTube videos and hopefully get monetized by the end of my holidays. But that's the plan, but also to have fun, because I'm enjoying doing this. I love doing it. And talking to you guys and having a chat. So anyway, I'm getting closer, so I might as well take some time off and get to the prize. Scotch and Coke, not wine. I'm not a wine person. I'm not into wine. I never have been, really. So just wait a little bit longer. Transition to retirement. I don't think I'm going to make too much money on YouTube yet. I got to tell you guys though, you were here last night, and I did that. Well, you can see it if you look back at the last video. We did a live last night with my son and his friend, and we did this Darryl Lee chocolates, a new range in the supermarkets. Well, reasonably new. And I had them here for about 3 weeks, so they've been out for a while. But in the recommendations under the video, or when it became a video, I saw someone in there who has also done a review of these things, but not as a live, just as a video with a friend. I don't know if it was her friend or her husband or partner or whatever, but her name was Cheeky Tam, and she's Australian, which is good. I'm looking at it. Oh, another Aussie. That's great to see. She's got something like 60,000 subscribers. And I won't say where she lives, but I found out by watching the video and looking at her merch, she actually isn't all that far away from me. So you never know, we might be able to do something together. I subscribed to her channel last night and watched a couple of her videos. She's really good. She does a lot of unboxing videos where, like, it might be sent from someone overseas, like from England, English snacks or American snacks, things like that. Cheeky Tam, Cheeky Tam, have a look. What I might do is, because on my videos now, and this becomes a video of course later on my videos now I've been putting a hashtag to Aussie, so that when you press it, of course, it goes to some of my videos and then you can check them out, and to encourage people to go there. But what I might do is, if I remember after this live, if you go back and look at it, say tomorrow or in a few hours, I'll put my hashtag to Aussie as I normally do under the video. You'll see that. The next to it I'll put hashtag Cheeky Tam, and if I put that there and I click it and it goes to her channel, check her out. She's great, and she looks like she's having a lot of fun there too. Yeah, I would like to. Well, I've got someone, Danny G. I don't know if she's still here. She's sending me something, and Danny, if you're there, it's sitting right there in a box. I've just got to send it. I just haven't got around to it, but it will get sent next week probably. And I know you're sending me something, but I was thinking if I can get in touch with this woman once it turns up, this package from Danny G, because she's sending me some treats from Texas or America or wherever. Well, I'm not sure exactly what she's sending me, and I don't need to know either because it's going to be a surprise. But I was thinking, if possible, I might ask Cheeky Tam, does she want to do a little bit of a video together? You never know what could happen. Anyway, we'll see. It may not happen, but I'll give it a go. But if not, no matter what, check her out. Even if you have a look after this, Cheeky, as in if you're being cheeky, and Tam, T-A-M, like Tim Tam. Check her out. She's such good fun. And the thing is, I can. She's not far from me. It wouldn't be hard to do something together if she was interested. I'd love to do it. Sirloin steak. Dude, give these ones a go. What did I say they were? Peter knows. Peter will comment to you. You know what my Alzheimer's like. I always forget what I'm cooking and what I'm eating. Yo Biggs, how you going, mate? I have to check out some of your videos. You crack me up with your videos. I haven't been looking at them lately. So Peter, if you're still there, I did the Bathurst thing today. It's nothing special, but I went out to the Bathurst, had the Little Caesars pizza, the cheesy one. So that's why I'm not really that hungry at the moment. And I had the cheesy pizza, and I did a lap of Bathurst, Mount Panorama. It's not too bad, I suppose. You get to see it anyway. And it's like, I don't know how much you know about it, but it's only, and I found out before I went, you're only allowed to do 60 kilometres. And there's always a good chance there'll be a cop around waiting for you to speed. So it's at the end of the video. It's going to be a long video, but the Little Caesar part's not that long if you're interested in that part, because that's mainly what it's about. But the Mount Panorama part going around takes about 8 minutes or something like that. I don't think I actually did the whole track properly, but I sort of started off on the grid, went past all the stadium and all that. So you see all the bends and things like that. I don't think it came out too bad. So anyway, that'll be out tomorrow. I'll post that tomorrow afternoon. Sometime. It's ready to go, I just got to post it. So I might cut one of these up, see what it's like, because I'm thinking they might be cooked. I can never get these tongs right. And guys, I've got to tell you, I couldn't believe it. If you know, last week when I was talking to people that it was supposed to snow here, even though it's getting close to the end of winter. And it actually did snow here a bit and further out. There's our pork. And a bit further out. And I couldn't believe it today. I was driving along and it said ice and snow on the road. And I thought, yeah, right. It was like, it was a week ago almost. And actually there was some snow on one side of the road. I didn't film it because I was in a bit of a hurry. I was running a bit late to get out there. But I could have stopped and filmed some of it. because one side of the road, it's probably constantly in shade, and the snow was still there on that side of the road. I couldn't believe it. About halfway from here to Bathurst. It was a good thing I didn't go out there last week, because I either wouldn't have got out there or would have got stuck out there. So I might have 2 of these because I actually love these things. I'll let that just cool down a bit. Let's grow. Yes, let's grow. Happy Saturday. It is a happy Saturday. I'm happy. I'm not at work. I'm always happy when I'm not at work. So anyway, my son could come through the door at any minute now, so I better eat some food here. I've got to tell you guys, try this pork, you'll love it. So what I'll do is just put these bits over here because that's going to be for him later. I won't eat them. If I eat these, I'll probably throw up. I'm not that hungry, but at least the salad won't fill me up. Come on, Liam, he can't get through the door. I've got a couple of big lights there and they're right near the door, so he won't be able to get in. I know he's not going to be too far away though. But like I said, Jacob, when the weather warms up, that's what I was getting at today. Even though I saw snow, you can tell the weather's warming up. It was nice out there. I could have had a t-shirt on when I was doing the video. I just chose to leave the jumper on. And I did it outside. I didn't do it in the car because that's what I'm saying. You just can feel that the weather's warming up a bit. We're gonna have a few cold days soon, some in the next couple of days, but after that it warms up again. So we'll be doing a lot more outside stuff, especially probably while I'm on holidays if it's nice weather, which it should be. Get the boys in videos and stuff like that, get the cats into it. Elizabeth was saying to me today she wants to get into a video, but she's not feeling the best at the moment, so she didn't come over tonight. She's got a bit of a flu, but it'll all be good soon. Nice warm weather, winter will be over. But you can just feel it coming. The nice warm weather. Good time to be on holiday soon. And this is it. Salad and pork steak. Now I didn't put that in the title because I didn't know if I'd get the pork steak done or whether I was going to do it. But I'll change the title to egg salad and pork or something like that. I can do all that. Dang, you folks eat well. Yes, well, I've got to tell you, it's about this steak. I can't believe how good this stuff is. Even a piece just like that with nothing on it, just tastes so good. Beautiful. I'm so glad I found that recipe from that Lady Likeables and did that video because I just grabbed some pork. I saw pork chops and I thought I don't really want pork chops. I don't think they'd be very good. And then I saw these things and I thought let's give them a go. And it's actually worked out really good. I get them every week now. And because now Liam's back with me again, I got 2 lots this week, so we'll be having them twice this week when I'm not having burgers and pizzas and stuff. You know, even though I got the mayo out, I don't think I'm going to put it on. Liam might like a little bit on his when I'll make him some up later. I've got everything there, except for tomato. He doesn't like tomato. But I don't think I'm going to have anything on this because with the flavour of that, the eggs taste good. I'm going to have a la natural. Taste the food for a change instead of all the sauces. Nice change. I'm backing away from the mayo, dude. Got to get off it. Because I do like that stuff. It's a good one. Liam was like, when he was in my other videos and my lives, he was with me at the time. But he's gone back to help his mother do something, like do a few things, help her out. And stayed with her for about a month now. But now he's come back to me because he may he doesn't know what it's going to be, but he might have to start a job soon. And being with me, I'm not far from the station. It's easy to catch a train. And we can do some videos and stuff, so... Mayo has its place. Yeah, it does, and it's had its place lately. I've had too much mayo really lately. And I was, well, with egg, you know, or maybe I should try a bit with the egg because I haven't tried it. Well, what did I have? Actually, you haven't seen it yet, and this is partly why I probably shouldn't have mayo. Even though I made a video today, yesterday I made another one with a little offer that Domino's gave till 5 p.m. So you had to get it like before 5 p.m, get a free thick shake with it. And I went with it. I paid full price for the pizza, but I got a free thick shake, which was good. It was a nice little meal, but it was actually a pizza called a cheeseburger pizza. And I knew about this one, but I hadn't tried it and I didn't know if I was going to. And I thought, why not do something different? I'll try the cheeseburger pizza. But what he did was, it has a barbecue base, it has bacon, it has beef pieces like they put on a pizza, but it has mayo on top. And I watched him do it. He actually had the big container, squirted it all over, like drizzled it on the top, and it ran out. So he went and got another one and redid it. And it was like he put almost 2 lots on, and it had that much mayo on it. Still tasted all right, but it could have had less mayo. So I've got to tell you, I probably had double mayo yesterday. Probably better I don't have any today. Yeah, so I've got avocado. I like avocado. That was quite a big one too. I used a small half. Liam can have that half later when I make him up a salad. I'll make him the same thing later. He'll love it. He wants to eat healthy at the moment. There you go. And he hasn't tried this pork yet. Look at that. That's a beautiful egg. No shell, nothing. I love it. No. No mayo needed. It's very tempting though, because I really like that one. I just discovered that not long ago at my local Aldi store. What's this healthy crap? I thought, actually last week I was going to do, it wasn't so much with egg. I thought about doing that later on. But last Saturday I was going to do a salad with this pork, and the gas burner stuffed up 5 minutes before I was going to start the live. It broke in 2 places, and it was going, and then I got it off because it was already going when the knob broke. And then I disconnected the bottle, the gas bottle, and then the gas bottle thing jammed. It's like, seriously? So I'm chucking it around, throwing it, getting cranky. And I had to cancel the live. Good thing I set a timer on it, because if that had happened when I was live, I wouldn't have been able to really make anything. But that's why I'm doing it this week. But I never thought about doing the egg thing until during the week, and I thought, yeah, why not do the eggs as well? It'll be a bit more interesting. Haven't had eggs for a while like this. The salad's great. But I was saying earlier, I got this pork. I can't remember what it's called now. Let me find out. Wait. I should keep the container here so I can just look at it. For some reason, this thing doesn't stay in my head what this is called, but I love it. Pork loin steak. Always tender pork loin steak from Aldi. Pork loin steak. And then even on its own like that, I've put nothing with it when I cooked it. I just cooked it on the gas burner, on the hot plate with a bit of butter. And it's got such a great taste. I love it. Yes, it's really good. There he is now. How's he going to get in? How are you going to get in, son? You're not. You can't come in.
Yeah, I can.
Can you?
Yep. Always.
Be careful.
Yep. Are you still alive?
Yep.
Great. It's cold out there.
I've got one of the lights right there where he's trying to get in. Just don't bump the camera, that's the main thing.
Yeah, right.
Anyway, he won't be joining us because I don't have a spare seat here, but I will make him some nice dinner later. Oh, it's tough, isn't it? It's tough.
That's not. It's easy.
Too easy?
Yep.
You probably saw his shadow go over them. I saw it. Adventures of X-Men. Gee, I gotta put my glasses on. Something and Friends. How are you? Good morning. Good Saturday. I didn't see, if I say his name, he might be here. I didn't see Broady Thugs tonight. Where's he at? Riley Weaver, what's cracking? You're a bit late. I mean, late in the night. You're not usually up this late, are you? Are you making YouTube videos? Jacob Sanders said, hi, Liam.
Alright.
You can get on there and chat with people if you want. No? Elizabeth Rickard said, hi, Liam, good supper coming. You're having this later.
I'm hungry. I
Well,
ate that when I was out.
as soon as I finish the live, I'll make you up a salad. I've got all the ingredients here and I've got some pork.
Dude, I just said I had a kebab.
Oh, you're not hungry?
No.
I thought you said you were hungry.
No.
You can wait till tomorrow then. He's not hungry, he had a kebab. I'll make it up in a container and you can have it tomorrow. That'll save me cooking tomorrow. You off, Riley? Where you going? Don't be sad, Liam. He's alright. He probably had some mayo in his kebab.
I just popped out.
Huh?
I just popped out.
Puffed out.
It's cold.
Actually, Jacob, it's a fair way back, I did review a kebab one time. It was actually quite good too. There's a kebab shop just down the road from us. I'm planning on one day, I haven't got around to it yet. I might do it live. Just trying they sell pizzas there at the kebab shop. I want to try a pizza from the kebab boys and a pita, Turkish pita. See what that's like. That's that first egg that I pulled out. Nice, not runny, but just nice and soft. I like it. Yeah, it does. It did the pizza shop, no, sorry, the kebab shop. It does a snack pack thing. That's where I did my snack pack video from. But they didn't know what they were doing. I didn't know what I was doing either. High Country Fly Life, what's cracking? Yeah, nice salad, and I cooked up a bit of pork with it. It's really nice pork, this one. Liam's going to love it when he has the rest of it. I've got it there for him when he's ready. Nice salad, bit of capsicum, avocado. So healthy, I can't believe it. It is beautiful. Do I ever bake? I try and avoid it if I can, but only because it takes so long and uses so much power. But I cooked the chicken a few weeks ago. I did a live during the day. It was actually Sunday afternoon here, so I did it before, because I work later in the night. Just do a 5-hour shift. So I cooked up Jasmine, g'day. Nice to see you here, #1 fan. Aussie Fishing Adventures. Man, that food. Yeah, it's good, nice and healthy. With quick noodles. Oh man, I don't even, I got to tell you, I never eat quick noodles. I'm not a fan. Even people going about these hot noodles and ramen noodles, I don't even want to try them. Not a fan. I did do a little while ago just to try it because I see a lot of people eat noodles with a fried egg on top. I tried that, and even that didn't do much for me, but it's hiding over here. I gotta tell you guys, I put the fire on, I forgot to turn it down. Are you warm over there?
Yeah.
You can actually push the side thing in if you want.
No.
I'm bloody hot now. I forgot to turn it down. It's not that hot, not that cold tonight. It's cold enough to have it on. There we go. Dim Sims. Oh yeah, dim sims are good. Actually, that's what I was going to do last Saturday when I cancelled my live. I was going to go and get some Chinese, and I was going to get dim sims and stuff like that, and have a dim sim meal. Not dim sim, Chinese meal, and talk to you guys live last Saturday. And then I went to the Chinese on the way home, and I was going to just start the live when I got back. And the Chinese said 25-minute wait, and I thought I'm not waiting 25 minutes because it was very busy. So then I was going to come home and cook something, and then my gas burner stuffed up, so there was no live. But I am going to do Chinese. I might do it. Maybe not next week. I'm not sure what I'm doing next week, but maybe in a few weeks I'll do a Chinese mukbang live. Uh-oh. Yeah, when I saw people doing that noodle thing with an egg, and even sometimes you buy the noodles, it's got a picture of a fried egg on top. I actually thought I'd like it because I like egg, but it wasn't really that good. I wasn't that mad about it. But here's a good egg with the pork. I love it. I tell you, Jasmine, we went to an Indian place a while ago, me and Liz, because before she decided to be vegan, we used to go to Chinese, sometimes Indian. We went to a couple of Indian places around this area. And I like Indian, but it's like I've got to do it by myself or with Liam maybe. I might do that while I'm on holidays. I'm going on holidays in about a couple of weeks. I might do an Indian one because it's all these things are always in there. It's just when they come out and when you can do them. So I would like to do the Chinese one too because I love Chinese food. It's probably my favorite, like from a Chinese restaurant. Too much curry. Yeah, well, I don't mind a little bit of curry, but I like massaman. I like tikka masala. I get a few things like that. Liam likes butter chicken. We might do something like that one night. You never know. That's an idea for another live one night. We can grab some and bring it home. If he's agreeable. I'm sure he will be for food. But now that Liz has gone vegan, I can't do things like that with her. Well, I can do it, but she has to find something else to eat. So re-silicone it. I'm not, well, for me, just doing a mukbang this is what I'm doing now, I guess. Like, just it's an eating show, I suppose, cooking show. I could put mukbang in the title, I suppose, but it doesn't matter as long as you guys come in, you're happy. That's all that matters. And I'm happy. I love cooking. But getting back to that thing about baking, I cooked a baked chicken, like a roast chicken, a little while ago. I do every now and then cook a leg of lamb. I got to say, you know how much I say I love Aldi, and High Country knows what I'm talking about here too, because we talked about it when I made the leg of lamb. I bought it from Aldi and it was absolute, not, I wouldn't say absolute crap, but it wasn't the best lamb you've ever tasted. And when you buy it from the other supermarkets, it actually is better But still nothing like the New Zealand lamb, I'm sure. If I ever get over there, we can do a hungy and you can cook me a lamb. But we might do one here one day, you never know. I've got a big dirt area out in the backyard I could do it in. I thought about doing that, but we never got around to it. But yeah, I like to cook a leg of lamb every now and then, but for me it's just that it takes so long, and for the amount of time it takes to cook it and then it takes little time to eat it, it's like, I just feel like it's a bit of waste of time baking. There is a few things I do want to bake, like as far as like making types of pizzas and stuff, but getting to do it is another thing. But yeah, I don't mind doing a little bit. No, I don't do a traditional roast dinner every week. I just couldn't be bothered. And the other reason why is, even when I did the roast chicken, which I did from scratch, cooked it in the oven, cooked it in a bag, it came out really good. But I think I had mashed potatoes and peas with it because not that I don't like them, but I couldn't be bothered trying to cook roast vegetables, roast potatoes. I'm not really that into. I like pumpkin and sweet potato and stuff like that roasted, but really I couldn't be bothered. I'd rather just have mashed potatoes, peas, cook some veggies in a pot. Yeah, very time consuming, that's right. And I'm not really into it. I'm not the traditional Aussie in that way. I mean, I know a lot of people like to have their Sunday roast, but then the other thing is later in the day I work Sundays, so I start about 6 in the night, so I don't really want to be cooking a roast on a Sunday most weeks and then going to work. So, but even if I wasn't working on a Sunday, I probably still wouldn't do it. I'd rather do something like this. It's more fun, quicker to do, tastes good. Okay, zombie. See you later. Yeah, I mean, I'm planning on doing YouTube for a long time, so I'm sure I'll get to doing Indian food and Chinese food and whatever food. But like you were saying with the mukbangs, if people are just sitting there eating, like saying nothing, doing nothing, it is to me a bit boring too. But then the other thing is too, if I was doing this as a video, if I'd made the food up and I was just sitting here trying to make conversation to the phone or to the camera, for me that's not a good thing either. If you guys are commenting and we can talk, that's different. I like that. But I would probably not make a video where I sit there on my own and try and make conversation. I just couldn't do that. Yeah, boring and weird. Funny you say that, because sometimes if my cat's in here and I am talking to you guys, she thinks I'm weird. She's looking at me like, who are you talking to? Because there's no one answering back. But I suppose she's a cat. She doesn't get it. Oh, I'm quite happy to do this. I love getting in here and talking to people. But part of this is the cooking and the eating and talking. Like I can't really look at the comments much while I'm cooking. But once I do this, I can look at the comments. But then just to do something different rather than cook, get some Chinese. I'm not going to cook a heap of Chinese because I can't. So get some Chinese, have something I like, have a chat, you know. It's just keep mixing it up. That's a good thing, I think, anyway. Yeah, Liam said something about, oh, your number one fan's not here tonight when we were live last night. I said maybe he's working because I know you're probably doing more night shifts than day shifts, but looks like that was different today. I'm always evening, except Sunday I start at 6. Every other day I start at 4 p.m. Sunday's a shorter day, always 4 to 11, and then Sunday 6 to 11. Never anything different. That's like I'm permanent, so that's my shifts. That's my roster. Doesn't change. Well, that's the thing with this. I thought, you know, I'm doing food. I could even do ASMR if I wanted to, but I'm not going to make a fool of myself. But We can do mukbangs, we can do lives, we can do reviews. Sometimes I go and eat something at KFC and I don't even review it. I don't give it a score. It's like, it's not important unless I feel like I want to do it. And sometimes I don't give it a score because it's rubbish and I don't want to give it a bad score. I just don't think of it. But yeah, it's you can put lots of variety in. Like I was talking to the boys yesterday, you know that I was doing a live with them yesterday, High Country. We're talking about, I was just saying earlier, you can feel the weather's getting warmer, even though we're going to have a few more cold days. Things are heating up, things are getting better. I've even got my t-shirt on. But we're going to get out and do a bit of fishing. We want to do videos where we try and catch 100 fish or 50 fish. We know spots where we can catch some. And we might go in there and catch nothing, but we want to mix it up with that too. And then it'll be like, we might go fishing and then we'll go to Macca's on the way home. So that'll be part of the video. But we're going to mix it up. We're going to do all sorts of stuff. It's endless what you can do. And then you can go back to doing other things you were doing anyway. And then I've got an unboxing of some snacks to do one day because Danny G's sending me something and I'm sending her something, and in time things like that will happen more too. Yeah, that Rocky Road one was good. The boys were here when I got home and they went out, and I'm sure they got into those chocolates because I know that they've moved. They probably ate all my Rocky Road. Is that right, Liam?
What?
You were getting into those chocolates over there?
Yeah.
Which one? Did you eat my Rocky Road?
No, you said not to touch it.
I didn't say don't touch it. You can have some.
No, I like the peppermint.
Well, Liam and Jacob
Doesn't licorice.
Jacob and Liam had some of those chocolates today. I probably won't eat anymore. They can eat the lot. I don't care. Yes, I like going live too. I mean, even like I've said to you guys in the past, and I don't want to be, I want to be honest about it. I partly do it to get view time. It gets me more view time. But I probably won't do lives as much when I get monetized, but I still will do them because it's good fun to get in here and talk. There's a fella there that I look at now. He's in America. He's called Scrap Dog, and he goes live like twice a day. He's got 8,000 subscribers. He's got ads on his videos, but he enjoys doing it. And it's like, if you enjoy it, why not? If I didn't have to go to work and I could go live a couple of times a week in the future, I'd do it all the time. But then you got to work, you got to do other things. So, but I'll still be doing it. It is fun. Yeah. Yeah, stupid work. It is a stupid job, I tell you. But you got to do what you got to do. If I wasn't working, I wouldn't be able to do this. I wouldn't have this food, so I wouldn't be able to sit here. I wouldn't have the things I've got to do this. So I suppose you got to look at it that way too. But it's fun. Well, I don't think I'm going to eat all that salad now, but I am thinking about, because I'll be up for hours. I've got something in that I'm going to whack in the oven. Not a big baking thing, just some chicken tenders that only take about 20 minutes to cook in the oven. So I might have them later with this salad. Yep. Got to get the mullah. Liam might be getting the mullah soon. He's going off to get a job. We all got to get the mullah. I'll tell you, High Country, I don't know how far you got to go fishing, but our fishing trips aren't going to pay for themselves either. We live nowhere near any good fishing spots. We got, and then I'm going to have to give them Macca's as well to con them into going. Although I don't think I'll have to do that. They love fishing. They want to go fishing more than I do. I just want to go and do a video. I've actually tried that, Jasmine. Me working there makes no difference. I've tried a few times. Makes no difference. Where I am at the moment, I'm not going to talk too much about it, but they're really trying not to put people on. That's the biggest problem. They expect us to do twice as much, so we won't go there. Hopefully where you are, it's a lot better. Thanks, Elizabeth. Well, we got the same deal. Probably takes us about an hour and a half to get to a spot where we know there's a good chance we're going to catch some fish. And what we want to do is, we talked about it yesterday. Well, I talked about it. Whether they go, they'll go. I'm sure they will. But there's two spots there in that area. One where we catch reasonable, most of the time if we catch something, it'll be some reasonable sized fish. But you go down the road, there's a wharf a couple of kilometres down the road, and you can catch a heap of little ones, and you catch a lot, but they're not big. So we might do both areas. And then you got to hope that when you go down there, it's warm enough for there to be some fish, because you never know. It could be a late winter, but it's been pretty good so far. It's almost not like winter at the moment. It's like spring. Worked at Macca's. Actually, you know what? Even though I didn't last there long, when I was about your age, that was my first job. Well, I did things like paper boy, like delivering papers and stuff like that. But my first actual job was working at Macca's. I think I lasted 2 weeks. I couldn't stand it. Now look at me, I'm doing videos about it. Well, because we live up here, there are rivers and things out here, freshwater with trout and all that. Not like your sort of trout, but there could be. But we're not trout people. We don't know freshwater. We don't know how to do it. We might try with a few flies and not flies, a few lures and things. Give it a bit of a go out here. If we don't catch anything, well, we don't have to post any video about that. We can just go and have something to eat, and post that. But we might try a little bit out here, which isn't that far. Some of them, but some of them are a bit further out, maybe an hour's drive. But if we want to go to the saltwater, that's the thing. We're nowhere near it. When I lived down further, I was closer, and I'd go fishing all the time, different spots. But this place we found a few years ago, it's sort of almost in the middle of nowhere, but we can catch some fish there. We know that on a good day. I'm sure it is where you are, so different. It probably just changes just like that. Here, it's not so bad. In Montana. Well, I used to feel like that 2 years ago when I was younger, around Liam's age, and he's got the bug too, but I can actually take it or leave it now. Until Liam started wanting to go fishing, I hadn't gone for years. But when I was his age, I was always fishing, going to different spots around Sydney and all the rest of it. But I'll take him out there. We'll see what we can do. Have I ever shot a gun before? No, but I've had a few pointed at me a couple of times. Good thing no one pulled the trigger. You love fishing, Jacob? That's good. See, when you're younger, and I mean, I'm not saying about high country, some people get the bug and it continues. when you're younger, you love fishing, especially when you catch that first one. You get the bug, you get the urge to go again. But for me, it's no big deal anymore. But when you do go out there and you start catching one, everything comes back. For me, I think it's more about how far I've got to go to do it now. If I live closer to the water, it wouldn't be so bad. I probably would go more often. That's the biggest problem, being so far away from it all. That's why Riley Weaver's running in and out, because he's posting a video. It just came up. That's the problem where we go fishing. We can't go live, that's for sure. There's no reception down there. We can't even use our phones. So hopefully nothing goes wrong. So far it hasn't. We've been going there for a couple of years off and on when the weather's warmer. But no reception, no nothing. Away from everything really. There's a little road that goes through there. A few cars come through, but it's a pretty quiet little spot, and that could be why there's probably more fish there on a good day. Man, Jacob, really? That much? I don't even eat that much. You should have done a video of each one and posted it. You could have your own channel. That could have been 3 videos for 3 days. Man, you must be able to eat. I've got to tell you, I can't eat this anymore. I'll eat the rest later. Make the rest for Liam, and I'll have something later. I've got to cook these other things before they go out of date in the oven. And hi country, just so you know, tomorrow I'm posting a video. You've probably, I'm sure, heard of Bathurst 1000. I went out to Bathurst today, had a Little Caesars pizza, stuffed crust one with mozzarella in the crust. And I went and did a lap of Mount Panorama at Bathurst. So tomorrow's video that I'm posting tomorrow afternoon will have my Little Caesars pizza review in it. It was a good pizza. And at the end, there's me doing a lap of Mount Panorama, but I'm not doing burnouts or anything. You're not allowed to. It's a 60 zone there. But you can drive through the whole track. And it's like 2-way traffic around the whole track, so you've got to be careful. It's a 60 zone. But I went around the whole, I think the whole track. I'm not real sure. Never done it before. But anyway, that'll be at the end of the video tomorrow. I'm posting that tomorrow. Guys, I've got to pack it in now. Liam's here, he's probably impatient, he wants to get on his games and all the rest of it. And we've been going for a while now. Do I have interesting fruit and vegetables in my garden? Well, I've got to tell you, I was thinking I should be growing stuff, but I haven't done it. Probably won't do much of it this year, maybe a few tomatoes, a bit of spring onions, just the easy stuff, because sometimes it turns a bit cold here and then you can't do anything. It's just like things don't grow, they stop growing and then they start again. Sounds great. Yeah, well, I hope you like it. It's nothing special, but just a bit of a, too embarrassed to post. I'll give it a go. Once you do it and you've done it for a while, you'll be right. Anyway, guys, I'm going to pack it in for tonight. Probably do it again next Saturday. Liz is talking about doing a live with me. We'll see if that happens, because she wants to try some vegan cheesecake and I'm all in for that. So, guys, remember, you can never be too Aussie. Check out the video tomorrow if you want to see Mount Panorama and my Little Caesars. It was a great pizza. Remember, you can never be too Aussie. Vuru. See ya.